let's discuss the pitfalls and hurdles. Okay, so just now I have used few terms: standard pitfalls, starting with solving the world, manna from heaven, computer bomb, yet another language, machiavellism, ivory tower, misunderstood genius, lost in abstraction, ambition paralysis. So there can be one questions like Sharmishta has asked me. So I can ask here, what are the standard pitfalls in doing research? Then you name them and you explain them. Okay. So for the all student, let's try to understand this solving the world problem. Okay. Means when you are doing research, you feel that I'll solve everything. Okay. Like most students pick research goals which are far too ambitious. Okay. You should read the literature and talk to fellow workers to find out what the state of the art is. Okay. One good source of idea is the further work sections of papers. Read the literature critically. Another good source is redoing bad work, which contains the germ of a good idea. Now, if you not understand anything, let me explain. I am trying to explain few points that a researcher face problem. Okay. First one is solving the world. Solving the world means student choose a research goal that is too ambitious, means that is not able to be completed within a time frame, or maybe an unsolvable problem. Like you might have heard about NP-hard problem. NP-hard problems are not solvable till date. So choose a goal that is possible to be completed within a time frame. Okay. So how to choose that kind of topic? To choose that kind of topic, you should read old papers that are available in internet, like using scholar.google.com. You search a topic, find those paper, try to read the literature, and discuss the same things with your friends, or maybe with your juniors or seniors, or maybe fellow workers. Okay. Either it is what is the state of the art is. Okay. You discuss with them. Then you can also discuss with your supervisor. Okay. So remember here, read literature to choose a good topic. Where to find the information? So it is in the future work, or maybe in some paper before conclusion paragraph, there is future work section. Okay. Read that section to get some idea. Okay. So whatever you read them critically. Ask many questions to yourself whether that paper has those answer or not. Okay. So that is one option. Second option is redoing bad work. Okay. If you find any paper that you feel that it is not good work, okay, so you can rework that paper to find a good solution. Okay. So redoing bad work contains the germ of a good idea. Okay. So that is point one, solving the world. Second, manna from heaven. It's like you feel that someone will come and will help you. Okay. So you are dreaming that someone will come to you and will help you to solve your problem. That is like man from heaven will come. Okay. And will solve your problem. So let's see technically. Having chosen a topic, what do you do next? it is no good sitting in a room with blank piece of paper and pencil and expecting good ideas to come from above. Okay, it's kind of joke, you can say. Okay, so you are sitting with pen and paper and with blank page, and you are thinking that some good ideas will come from heaven. Okay, so to overcome this problem, these are the solution. So what can you do? You complete initial electronic literature search, okay, and use electronic sources for paper published in the internet and through subscription to relevant news group. Okay, read the literature, read with a question in mind, like what is wrong with the paper, okay, and how can you use the paper. Third, talk to people. Okay, talk with your fellow friends. Do not go away and hide. Do not be ashamed of your ideas. Okay, other peoples are sillier. You know, sometimes you feel that if I'll discuss with my friends, they will laugh at me. Okay, that's not the thing. Maybe they also don't know. Okay, so talk to people. Then tackle a simplified version of your problem. Ask your supervisor for exercise, mini projects, etc. Okay, write down your ideas in a working paper. Imagine yourself explaining your ideas to someone. Okay, give a seminar to your research group. So if you will use these concepts like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then at the end you will be amazed to see at how half-baked ideas takes a shape and bugs are exposed. Okay. Next problem that a scholar face is computer bum. Okay, means whole day you will sit in front of a computer and you will try to develop something. Okay, so that is computer bum. See, let me explain. Computers are very seductive. Spends year at a terminal debugging your programs and turning up the input-output routines and gets a satisfied sense of achievement when a bug is exposed or a nice output generated. This is illusory. Your work must be explainable at a higher level than code for it to make a real contribution to knowledge. Okay. So computer bum, as I have said, they are saying that you feel that you will work in front of a computer day and night. You will develop some codes, you will develop some software, but you are not able to explain in a presentation what is your aim, what is the block diagram of your concept, what is your idea, what questions you are trying to solve, what is the literature survey. Okay, so only doing programming is also not enough in research. Okay, so what is the solution? Try to plan your program theoretically. Okay, try to plan your program theoretically. Before going to coding, you must design your flowchart, your block diagram, your algorithm. Okay, what is the first step, then what will be the next step? You first design this, then go for coding. Okay, try to plan your program theoretically before going to the computer. Undertake some of Einstein's thought experiment. If you must work some of it out at the keyboard, then rush away soon and work out the theory. Okay, try to describe. These are the things you can do if you are in a stage of computer bum. Try to describe how your idea works to your friend through a paper or through seminar. Okay, That's why we used to ask our scholars to give a presentation after a periodical interval of time. If people do not understand your idea, it is your fault. Okay. Are you getting the concept?
Yes, sir.
So this line is important. Sometime in a presentation, we are not able to explain our fellow listeners. Okay. During that time, we feel that they are full, they are not understanding the concept. I have explained nicely. It's not the thing. If you are not able to convince your listeners, it is your fault. Maybe you are using a concept in a like if I'll explain block diagram of computer to a nursery student or maybe a kid, he or she cannot understand. Okay, if I'll use a simplest form, if we will go to their level of understanding and will explain the same block diagram in their perceptions, then they may understand. Okay. Then try to explain your ideas to a non-computer person. Okay. It is easy to it is easy to convince a technical person. Try to explain your ideas to a non-computer person. Okay. If they understand, means you are successful. The necessary simplification will expose the framework of your ideas. Okay. So that is all about the solution of computer bomb. Next topic means next problem. Yet another language. In one word, let's try to explain this. You have some software available with you. You feel that you are required to write a new software, new language. ओके माने दुनिया में जो है वो सफिशिएंट नहीं है और इसलिए आपको और एक प्रोग्राम लिखना है. ओके तो मे बी दैट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. सो you don't require another language. Maybe whatever language is available in the society, that may be sufficient for your research. Okay, so every time it is not a good idea to write a new language. Okay, a terminal case of a computer bomb is to get involved in writing yet another programming language. Whatever language available, you are feeling that it is not sufficient for your research, you want to develop a new language. So that is also not a good idea. Okay, so of course the existing language do not offer exactly what you need for your project, but there is no excuse for writing another one. Okay, sufficient नहीं होने से भी और एक लैंग्वेज लिखेंगे इसका फायदा नहीं है रिसर्च में. क्यों? क्योंकि लैंग्वेज लिखने से आपको publications नहीं मिलेगा. You will not get any publications, you will not get any credit. Okay, at maximum you can put it in internet, people will use it. Okay, but you will not get any publication. So don't write a new language. Okay, you can usually find a reasonable candidate and add to it what you need. No one will use the language you write, not even you. So if in 2022 you are feeling that you will develop a language and all students, all research scholars will use in future, that is a wrong concept. A time will come that you will also not use your language. Okay, so you will have spent all your time on the language and none of the projects you started with. Okay, so बाद में क्या होगा कि आपका जो रिसर्च शुरू किया था वो तो कंप्लीट होगा ही नहीं. आप लैंग्वेज इंप्रूव करते करते नहीं प्रोग्रामिंग करते करते पूरा आपका एमटेक या फिर पीएचडी का ड्यूरेशन खत्म हो जाएगा. ओके, if you really believe that existing language are not sufficient, then write a paper on it. Okay, so what is the good idea? Write a paper on it and carefully describe the deficiencies. So if you do a good enough demolition job, enhanced language will spring up overnight. Okay. So in one statement, I am saying that don't use the idea to write another programming language. If you feel that any software is not sufficient, you write a paper on the language or software by describing the deficiencies. Then that paper will be counted in your thesis, maybe in the master or maybe in the PhD. Okay. So next topic is microverism. Okay. What is that? Gathering experimental data can be fun and gives all the appearance of productive work. Okay. Make sure that you know what class of result you are attempting to establish with your experiment. Okay. Talk to people, explain what you think your experiment might show. Imagine the experiment finished and you have the data. What exactly would you do with it? Not only try out experiments on one or two people first, but also try out the analysis. Okay. Don't keep running experiment in the hope that something will turn up. Use appropriate evaluation tool for establishment of effectiveness of your method. Such tools also enable to compare performance. I know many of you have not understood. Microverism means it's a concept of gathering experimental data. Okay. It has been observed that research scholar uses some software and day and night they generate data in a hope that something good will happen. But it is a bad idea. Think of that, what you will do with the data. Solution to microverism says that after collecting data, you try to analyze. Okay. That's why, let me relate. MTech first year students or maybe PG scholar has done network lab under my observation. What you people are doing, you are designing a network. Okay. So to design the network, you are using like, let me remind you, single TCP .tcl file. Okay. So with the NS2 software, you are writing a code to generate data. What is the output of that? .tr file. Okay. So if you will write such experiment 100 times and you will generate 100 of trace file, if you will not analyze this trace file, then it is of no benefit. A MTech or PhD scholar should be able to analyze the trace file. Okay. After generating the data in a trace file, you should be able to analyze the trace file. That is the concept. So it looks fun that you have developed a network, you have developed the software, you have developed something relevant data. Okay. So don't only do this part, do the analysis part also. That is microverism concept. Clear? Next word, ivory tower. मतलब मुझे ही सब मालूम है, बाकी किसी को कुछ भी मालूम नहीं है, बाकी लोग गधा है. ठीक है. दैट इज आइवरी टावर. जो भी मालूम है मुझे ही मालूम है और मैं बेस्ट हूं. वन लाइन में समझ में आया आइवरी टावर का मतलब? दैट इज नेगेटिव. एनी रेस्पॉन्स? एटलीस्ट से यस.
Yes, sir.
Single minded. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Single minded dedication to your topic is good thing, but do not shut out the rest of the world completely. Okay. मीनिंग ऑफ दिस लाइन इज दैट ऐसा भी स्कॉलर होता है कि वो जो पढ़ रहा है उसमें ही वो पढ़ता रहता है और बाकी स्टूडेंट्स का जो भी टॉपिक है उसको नहीं सुनता है. ओके, they don't like to listen to other people topic. Okay, so that is not good. Okay, that is single minded dedication. I'll work on only on this topic. I'll not listen to other topics. Okay, that is bad thing. Keep in touch with the state of the art in related field. If you are working on computer network, then whenever your friend on image processing, machine learning, or quantum computing, if they are presenting something, then you should listen to their presentation also, because when you will listen other topics related field, sometimes you can grab, you can use their some ideas in your project also. Okay, talk to other people about their research, attend selected seminars, lectures. Okay, so these are the solutions of ivory tower. Few more points. Set aside a part of the week for reading reviews and abstracts and skimming papers. Okay, working in a group is often found beneficial, like it saves time and resources and improve quality. So instead of exploring all possible alternatives, can save time by gaining experience from other team members. Okay, so sometimes few scholars feel that I will work alone and I will like achieve many things. So it will be like एक एग्जाम्पल है ना, हम लोग जब छोटे थे पढ़े थे खरगोश और किसका
कछुआ.
हाँ, तो ग्रुप में करने से क्या होगा कि डिस्कशन होगा, तो सिंगल माइंडेड पीपल क्या सोचेगा कि मेरा ही बेस्ट है और किसी से शेयर नहीं करेगा, लेकिन बाद में जब पब्लिकेशन करने जाएगा उसको इतना क्रिटिसिज्म मिलेगा आउट ऑफ द इंडिया या फिर आउट ऑफ द त्रिपुरा यूनिवर्सिटी का जो भी एग्जामिनर या फिर पब्लिकेशंस का जो भी रिव्यूअर होगा, तो तब बहुत देर हो जाएगा. इससे अच्छा है कि फेलो फ्रेंड्स के साथ डिस्कस करें आइडियाज, लेकिन फ्रेंड भी तो मिलना चाहिए. बाकी अगर कोई फ्रेंड सर्कल में जैसे 3 ग्रुप मेंबर है, 2 कोई पढ़ाई नहीं करता है और सिर्फ जो ज्यादा पढ़ाई करता है उससे सिर्फ सुन सुन के आइडियाज चोरी करता है, वो भी अच्छा नहीं है. लाइक एवरीवन शुड वर्क इंडिपेंडेंटली, everyone should present their ideas in front of all and all should discuss. Okay, that is the benefit of a team, a lab mates that are working on related fields. Okay, related fields is not like computer network. Related fields means IT, or you can consider it like computer science people. Okay, unrelated field will be like mechanical engineering, civil engineering. Okay, so I hope you have understood ivory tower.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so another term, misunderstood genius. Okay, it is all too easy to believe that the reason why no one understands your ideas is because you are genius and the others are all lonely and charlatans. There are alternative causes for misunderstanding that you should consider. Let me explain this term in one statement. माने खुद को जो जीनियस समझता है, like you are presenting your ideas to your maybe listeners or to the others, and no one is understanding your idea. Okay, so you are feeling that you are genius and others are not genius. Okay, others are not able to understand. They are fellow people who have poor understanding. Okay, so that is misunderstood genius. So there are alternative causes for this misunderstanding that you should consider. Is love of jargon. Okay, try to rephrase your ideas. Okay, love of jargon means sometimes we have seen that some research scholar write thesis or paper using hi-fi English, means not ordinary English, okay, or that is using some what I will say dictionary words, okay. So that is known as love of jargons, okay. So solution tool is that rephrase your ideas using ordinary English, okay. Try to rephrase your ideas in someone's else jargon. Do they come out and any difference, okay. Explaining your ideas with easy English will make understand your fellow listeners, okay. That is the concept. So second thing, if I can do it, it's trivial. Once you have seen the solution to a problem, it appears trivial. Then it is tempting to say that's too easy, I will try something else. So this is non-terminating loop, okay. What is the concept here? कभी कभी हम लोगों को ऐसा फ्रेंड भी मिलता है कि उसको अगर कोई बात बताओ तो उसके पास सोल्यूशन है. अगर कोई रिसर्च स्कॉलर हर किसी का टॉपिक में जाके सॉल्यूशन करते रहेगा तो क्या होगा, एट द एंड उसका खुद का थीसिस खत्म नहीं होगा. मींस डिस्कस करो लेकिन एक लिमिटेड कॉन्सेप्ट में, कि ऐसा नहीं हो कि फिर उसका ही प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करते रह जाओगे, खुद का प्रॉब्लम भूल जाओगे, ओके. ऐसा क्यों होता है कि खुद को जीनियस समझने से भी होता है ऐसा, ओके. So there are lots of other explanations you can just read to understand this. Let me continue with other topic. Next is ambition paralysis, okay. So it is good to have a high standard for your finished product, but do not apply the same standard to your initial attempts or you may never get started, okay. ज्यादा हाई फाई एम्बिशन लेके भी मत चलो. जो भी सिली आइडिया आता है खुद के नॉलेज में उसको लिखना शुरू करो, उसको एक राइट अप में लिखो. ऐसा नहीं हो कि इससे बेटर कोई आइडिया आएगा ऐसे सोच के कुछ लिखा ही नहीं, ओके. दैट इज एम्बिशन पैरालिसिस, ओके. इट इज ऑल्सो नॉट गुड. वॉट एवर आइडिया यू हैव यू स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन, ओके. डू समथिंग सिंपल, then apply your standards to refine it to something worthy, okay. Put your continuous effort to improve the quality of the final work, okay. जीरो से शुरू करके उसको रिवाइज करते करते ही अच्छा बनेगा, ओके. डायरेक्टली बेस्ट नहीं मिलेगा आपको, पॉसिबल नहीं है. Believe in implementation and try out to publish your work as सपोर्टिंग टूल, ओके. जो भी आप करते हो उसको राइट अप करके पब्लिकेशन करो, ओके. सो बिफोर एक्सप्लेनिंग मेनी थिंग्स लेट मी गो टू फर्स्ट व्हाट वी हैव कवर्ड. सॉल्विंग द वर्ल्ड मतलब पूरा दुनिया में जो भी है सब सॉल्व कर लेंगे. मैन फ्रॉम हेवन आके हम लोगों का आइडिया देके जाएगा, ठीक है. पूरा दिन सोर्स कोड लेके नहीं बैठना है, कोडिंग नहीं करना है, सिर्फ लिखना है, पढ़ना है, पेपर लिखना है और जरूरत होने से कोडिंग करना है. और नया सॉफ्टवेयर बना देंगे ऐसा नहीं करना है, ठीक है. ईट अनदर लैंग्वेज. माइक्रोवर्डिज्म मीन्स सिर्फ डाटा जनरेट कर रहे हो और डाटा का क्या यूज होगा एनालिसिस किया ही कुछ भी नहीं किया, ओके. ऐसा भी ठीक नहीं है. आइवरी टावर क्या है, कोई रेस्पॉन्स किसी से? आइवरी टावर, एटलीस्ट वन. आई विल बी हैप्पी टू फील दैट यू हैव अंडरस्टूड.
जानता हूँ. और कोई
to think yourself best.
Yes. So it's a similar thing. जो मैंने सोचा वही बेस्ट है, ठीक है. और मिसअंडरस्टूड जीनियस मीन्स मुझे सब कुछ आता है, सबके काम में जाके अपना नाक लगाएगा और खुद का काम नहीं होगा, या फिर मैंने जो प्रेजेंटेशन दिया वो दूसरों को समझ में नहीं आता इसलिए कि वो लोग गधा है और मुझे तो सब आता है. ओके, मिसअंडरस्टूड जीनियस. लॉस्ट इन एब्स्ट्रक्शन मीन्स क्या था, ये पढ़ाया था क्या? लॉस्ट इन एब्स्ट्रक्शन तो नहीं पढ़ाया. ठीक है, एक छूट गया है. एम्बिशन पैरालिसिस क्या है कि शुरू नहीं कर पाएंगे काम, एम्बिशन नहीं रहेगा, एम्बिशन पैरालिसिस हो गया एम्बिशन को, तो इसका मतलब जीरो से शुरू करो, बेस्ट बाद में मिलेगा. ओके, दैट इज एम्बिशन पैरालिसिस. और ये एक छूट गया है लॉस्ट इन एब्स्ट्रक्शन, मैं समझा दे रहा हूं आपको. तो विदाउट ये वाला टॉपिक बाकी समझ में आया? These are the pitfalls, okay, जो हर एक स्कॉलर फेस करता है. ओके, वर्ल्ड को सॉल्व करना, तुरंत कोई आइडिया आ जाएगा, सॉफ्ट कोडिंग करते रहना, नया लैंग्वेज बना लेना, डाटा के साथ पूरा दिन स्पेंड करना, उसको एनालिसिस नहीं करना. और आई विल टेल लाइक ऐसा भी बोल सकते हो कि मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा, बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है ये. ओके, मुझसे नहीं हो पाएगा. फिर मिसअंडरस्टूड जीनियस मीन्स सब कुछ आता है मुझे, तो क्या जरूरत है ऐसा काम करने का. ठीक है. और फिर ऐसा भी है कि एम्बिशन पैरालिसिस, कुछ स्टूडेंट का ऐसा होता है कि कहाँ से शुरू करेंगे, माने कोई आइडिया ही नहीं मिल रहा है, मैंने जो सोचा वो कोई काम का नहीं है. ओके, दिस इज एम्बिशन पैरालिसिस. लॉस्ट इन एब्स्ट्रक्शन का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या हो सकता है, किसी को आइडिया है?
I think starting from one work and is going flow through the work, but he lost his initial track and lost what was the initial point of his work.
Yes, similar thing. Like many things we can find in like in internet. Let me collect one line for you. So I don't know is I'll quickly find it or not. Like this definition, lost in abstraction means monotonicity in multi-threaded programs. Or meaning of abstraction means process of removing physical or spatial or temporal details or attributes in the study of object or systems to focus attention on details. Okay. अभी जो आपने एक्सप्लेन किया वो ठीक ही है. जो एब्स्ट्रक्शन समरी आपको बनाना चाहिए वो बना नहीं पाते हो आप. ओके, so when I will share this slide, I will try to collect one good definition of it and I will add it in the slide. Okay, and just there are few slides, you read it like methodology. Okay, like computer science is a relatively young field and is somewhat interdisciplinary. It goes not have one received framework or one well-defined methodology. Okay, then one of the tasks that you face as a research student is the development, consciously or unconsciously, of a suitable approach to the program being tackled. Okay, methodology means आप एक रिसर्च जो करोगे starting from step 1 going through different steps at reaching to final, what method or what methodology you will use, that is all about the term methodology. Okay, so define your methodology at the beginning. Okay, how to reach to the destination. So there are some ideas and like solutions mentioned in the slide. I'll share this slide with all. You just read it once. Okay, discovery route means say you are starting with a problem. Okay, then you will find a solution. So what is the path you will select to get the solution is your discovery route. How to find the solution. So one word, sidetrack, and like development track. So these are few words that I am not explaining now. Read these lines, and if you still feel that these are not understandable, you can ask me in the second class. Okay. Or should I explain? Let me explain this two term only. Sidetrack means you will be tempted from time to time to take diversion from your core work. Okay. So you will be tempted from time to time to take diversion from your core work because you feel that you have made a significant discovery that will change the world. Okay. Be aware of this sidetrack. It can consume months of fruitless destruction. माने आपका, हम लोग स्कॉलर को बोलते हैं कि पहले आप प्लान ऑफ रिसर्च बनाओ, ठीक है, आप फिक्स करो कि आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या रहेगा. ओके, without fixing objective, if any scholar starts working after reading many articles, after doing many programming, he or she feels that something new has been achieved in other track, and he or she tries to discover many other things in other areas. Okay, so he or she forgets what was mentioned in the plan of research. That things are known as sidetrack. So आप ट्रैक से बाहर चले जाते हो तो क्या होगा, फिर आपका बहुत टाइम लॉस हो जाएगा. आप डिस्ट्रैक्ट होने से जो आपका 1.5 साल का एमटेक या फिर 3 साल का रिसर्च का पीएचडी का टाइम है, वो उसमें से बहुत टाइम खराब आपका लॉस हो जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज नोन एज साइड ट्रैक. सो टू प्रिवेंट दिस वी नीड टू प्रिपेयर your synopsis or plan of research. Okay, so on the other hand, this sidetrack sometimes becomes the basis for significant new direction in your work. कभी-कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि जैसे just 1 minute. So you can say this is your negative, okay, of sidetrack, but this is also positive side. Okay, like sometime that sidetrack becomes the basis for your significant new direction in your work. Okay, so what is the solution here? Present your ideas to your supervisor in through a seminar. Okay, as it might be fruitful. अगर आप ऐसा कुछ होता है कि आउट ऑफ ट्रैक कुछ सोच रहे हो तो आप उसको प्रेजेंटेशन बनाओ और फिर सुपरवाइजर के साथ डिस्कस करो. Okay, be aware that the sidetrack after the first 12 months and to plan to pick it up when you have finished. Okay, what is the last term is development track. Remember that research is not development, although development will be necessary in solving your problem. Okay, so it is like repetition. आप सिर्फ मेथड के बारे में सोचो, कोई एक प्रोसेस के बारे में सोचो. ओके, डेवलपमेंट करना है ये मेन नहीं है. ओके, सो रिमेंबर दैट रिसर्च इज नॉट डेवलपमेंट. डेवलपमेंट इज ए पार्ट ऑफ सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम. ओके, so if you stray too far into the big development, you will be probably be passed by industrial R&D and find out that your years of work will be released as product before you start to write out. Okay, जैसे बहुत सारा स्टूडेंट आते हैं IoT का टॉपिक पे रिसर्च करेंगे. ओके, like this IoT topic is mainly development of some hardware. Okay. If a student develops a hardware having IoT kit solving many things, so he or she will come with a development in the form of hardware. This will be fruitful as an industrial R&D project. Okay. If the student will not write any paper, then in the PhD thesis or in the MTech thesis, he or she will not get whatever credit he deserves. Okay. So don't go to the development trap field. Work on a question, try to solve it using some method, and explain the method in a paper and get it published. Okay, that is the summary of this slide.